Hi folks, right, I run this channel because I have a range of interests, I have a range of opinions, lots of views, and I like to air them. And I love it when you folk do too. That's what it's all about. Some of the things I say and some of the opinions I have are controversial, some of them very much so. But I don't have these opinions and air them to be controversial, in fact far from it. This latest thing over the last weekend, it's created a bit of debate earlier, the ongoing situation at Manchester Airport. I say ongoing, it's still being talked about with the police and the Asian family. I think it's a family, I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe wrong there. Causing a lot of controversy. I mean, my first message had a very, very definite idea of what I thought how things should turn out. I changed views a little bit with my earlier message today. And again, after seeing some of the comments and reading some of the comments and looking into them and thinking about them, and also I think it was Paul mentioned to me, go to, what did he call him? Bear with me a sec, let me find if I can see it on it, just so I know what I'm talking about. What was the guy's name? Bear with me. Black Belt Barrister, there's a name for you. Black Belt Barrister did a piece on the Manchester Airport fracas earlier this week, and I looked at it earlier, and he's broke down the video. He's made it a lot slower. He's played it in little snatches because it's so slow and it's grainy. It's hard to pick out a lot, but he talked through it, and what he said was like very, very much spot on. To be honest with you, I think he was saying many of the things that I was saying. I think we were in the same camp really. But I've read a couple of views in the comment section, and I do understand where folk are coming from. I mean, after me saying at first that I thought the policeman should be jailed and so on and so forth, I softened that stance a little before putting out today's comment. And after seeing more in the newspaper, reading more in the comment section, and seeing the video from the barrister, I now can understand why many are saying, why should he be jailed? You know, he shouldn't have kicked the boy whilst on the floor. He shouldn't have kicked him in the head to try stamping him, and it's bad. It's really, really bad. But in the situation where he's been beaten about the place by one or two attackers, as his colleagues, when he's seen two colleagues be smashed in the face and knocked over, both lady policemen, one with a broken nose, I think one with black eyes, he's in the heat of the moment, he's a young officer, he's a young kid, and maybe he's had a rush of blood. And maybe in those circumstances we do things that ordinarily we wouldn't do, and if we see a video of them later ourselves, we think, oh my God, why did I do that? The jailing of him, no, I've changed my mind on that completely. But we're allowed to, folks. That's what it's about. It's about debate, and it's like news stories. They move hour by hour, and there's things you say that you have a different point of view on when more evidence comes to light. And after seeing more stuff, I've definitely changed my stance there. Should he get kicked out the force? Yeah, I think he's got to. I think he's got to lose his job. You know, because for all it can happen at that moment and with what was going on. You know, I mean, he was under massive pressure. He was getting knocked about himself pretty severely. He's seen his colleagues get knocked about severely, and women both knocked to the floor. Sometimes your mind scrambles and you don't really know what you're doing. You go berserk yourself, and that's what he's done. But when all's said and done, he's still a police officer. He's in a position of trust and a position of power, and you just can't be seen to be doing that. So I do feel he deserves to be reprimanded. I do probably feel he still deserves to lose his job. Prison, no. But I also do feel the people that we're trying to arrest, that have knocked the prisoners about, that have knocked the lady officers to the ground, I do believe that there's got to be serious charges brought against them, because you just cannot do that to the police, and it's nothing to do with skin colour. I know, I think I mentioned on a first posting about racism, because I thought there might have been a degree of racism there. Now with what I've seen, I don't believe that at all, so I take that back as well. But racism goes both ways, and I know those shouting and screaming the loudest from Rochdale and with the protests and so on and so forth, I'll be pulling this racism card. I know they will be, but as I say, it goes both ways, and those people shouldn't have been knocking the police around. They just shouldn't. You can't do that in this country, in this society. It can't be done. So, anyway, things change, as I say. Let's see what happens. It will all come out in the wash, but I think it's got a way to go this year. I think this one's still got legs. But I think there's going to be some people out there disappointed, however it turns out, on both sides, may I suggest. on both sides. But yeah, that was a good video I watched earlier. I quite enjoyed it. If you've not seen it, folks, go and have a watch, go and have a look at it. He breaks it all down, and much of what the guy says is seems to be pretty spot on. But then again, that's only his opinion. He's got his opinion, like I've got mine, like you no doubt have got yours, and they're all welcome on here, whether you agree with me or not. You're welcome, every single one of you.